Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. In this video, we're going to continue our hunt on the archaeology professors in the Kahrid-Et site. So far we have done the Buisness one and the Zarosian one. I'll make sure to put those videos in the corner. And what we do for a 2-hour or a period, we go and thieve these archaeology professors to compare between previous dig sites. Now, items for archaeology materials can change drastically, and there can come a time where certain materials are a certain high price. What we're going to do is check all the different dig sites, see if any of them are in particular better than others. Now we can compare things like binding contracts, tetra compasses, all the other stuff as well, GP, XP drops, to see which one is going to be the best dig site for you to go and thieve these archaeology professors. Now, because it's now Christmas time, there are a couple of other things we can add to the mix as well. We're going to look at how it does for Christmas wrapping paper. Is it a very good AFK method? Can you stock up on wrapping paper quite quickly? And just compare really how good of a thieving method is as well. Now, if you have been enjoying the videos lately, please make sure to hit that subscription button. Please like the video and let me know any suggestions you've got for content down below. Obviously, with December, we want to make sure we have enough video out for you guys. So any suggestions of things you want to see, guides, money making methods, anything at all, throw them in the comment section below and we'll always try and get them done for you. But thank you guys so much for the support. Again, November was incredible. December is very much on its way to be just as good. And I can't do it without you guys supporting the channel as well. So if you can subscribe, please do. It really does help me out and it's free. So we are going to go and march on to the Kahrid-Et site. So in terms of the stuff we're going to do, again, I'll keep this a bit quick. For the professors, the Thieving cape is solid because it will note your items. I take the master camouflage set because it gives me some bonuses towards thieving. I take the mushroomy pickpocketing bag. While it's not absolutely essential, I like to have it just so I can know roughly how I'm leveling up thieving in terms of my item. But what you want to have over that is going to be the Sticky Fingers relic. What the Sticky Fingers relic allows you to do is pickpocket 50% quicker, but you lose 33% of the XP you're going to get for pickpocketing. But because you're pickpocketing quicker, it kind of nullifies this and you're going to get pretty much the same XP anyway. You will just get more loot because you are pickpocketing and getting more loot faster. In terms of the info, because I'm going to use the 5-finger discount, I don't need to use things like crystal mass because I'm not going to get caught because I'm a higher level. I'm 120 thieving, so when I've got the aura, there's certain monsters, I think sort of like master archaeologists, are the highest tier I can get away with it with just using the aura. Fairies and also Vile Lords, I'm going to have to use the crystal mask as well. But for this point, because I don't need it, I'm just going to take some yaks to bank things like artifacts and also tetra compass pieces because it can fill your invo up a little bit. And just a super restore potion just so we've got enough summoning points to do it. But I think that is everything we needed to talk about. Let's go to Kahrid-Et, the Kahrid-Et site. And let's go and find out those professor archaeologists and see what we can do in terms of loot. Now, one thing I would say with this dig site is that because it's access to free to play, even though it's just the early levels, I do think because of that, this has always been one of the cheaper out of all the dig sites for materials. So I am expecting this to be slightly less. I don't expect things like the XP or the GP, like pure cash sort of value, to be less. It's more so the materials. The materials will be less, but we did get significantly less binding contracts from the Zarosian dig site. So I'm really interested to see how things like that are going to affect it and what the GP is going to be like overall. Now, the big challenge to start with is where is the archaeologist? Because sometimes they are hidden away and you do struggle to find them. So this is heists. So I imagine they're just going to be ticked away in this corner. So the archaeology professor is just behind the Orcus chapel. You're going to have to use the agility shortcut to get here, but here he is just moving around. So what I'm going to go do now is click on the aura to go and get that activated. For 2 hours, we're going to go and just simply AFK away, edit some videos, make some videos, you know how it is. And we're going to track all of the things for you guys as well. Just let you guys know which items are the most as well. So really interested to see how we do in terms of the wrapping paper. So wrapping paper is something which for the Christmas promotion, you can hand in and convert for presents. Currently, I did 2 hours at the Sara area already, and I didn't get mass amounts of wrapping paper. So I've banked all the wrapping paper I currently have, and we can see how much this thieving method can give us in terms of wrapping paper per hour. Because it's quite an XP drop heavy method, I was expecting quite a decent chunk of wrapping paper, but we'll see officially like after this how we've done, because I weren't quite sure how much wrapping paper I had in my invo when we started the Sara one, but this time we are clean. However, that is going to be it for the next 2 hours. I'm just going to go and AFK away. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll report back in 2 hours with what we've got in terms of drops, XP and loot. And then we'll talk through what I think is best for profit. So I'll see you guys in 2 hours. So we are just about to complete the hour at the Kahrid-Et dig site. Quite underwhelmed by the drops. And also I think when we price check this, this is going to be by far the worst one. So while we just finish off the last couple of pickpockets, in terms of GP, we're going to make 2.5 mil in pure cash, which is kind of down a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit compared to the rest of them. And in terms of the XP, I managed to cancel off one of my XP tabs, but we did get roughly about the same kind of XP, 2.8 mil per hour, which is about where they need to be. So we can tell that we're pretty much on point in terms of the coin drops. We're pretty much on point in terms of the XP as well. Let's see what we're going to do in terms of GP. Now, the Tech Compass did seem lacking, as well as everything really. Like, we didn't really get many of the artifacts, we didn't really get many of the Tech Compass pieces. You can see here, we've got 4 in the bank and 1 in the invo, so only 5 of the artifacts, which is very, very low compared to the rest. The rest you're looking between 8 and 9, so we're quite far off there as well. And in terms of Tech Compasses, I think I've only really got 1.5, so the 2 pieces in the invo and 1 full set in the bank as well. Really under, so the rest of the dig sites, I was getting roughly between 2 and 2.5 Tech Compasses over the 2 hours, so you're looking like 1 to 1.25 per hour. This one seems really under. This is under 1 per hour. And then also the binding contract at 72, which is very similar to what the Sara one was, but also quite far under where Buisness was. Buisness is by far the running leader in terms of this. And with the dig sites we've got left, I can only really see like Armadillo challenging. Some of the Zamrak items are quite good actually. You do have Hellfire Metal and some of the other stuff, but Armadillo, you do have a couple of the steel items very high in price, and also the colour is very high. The yellow is normally pretty decent. So yeah, let's go and have a price. You can see where we're currently at. So we're going to throw all the normal items in. And this is where I think the set here is going to fail, is that it's got quite a lot of cheap items. So things like the Third Age, it's got the Gold Rune, it's got the Silk. The Blood of Orcus is nice, but I don't think it's going to be enough to carry it. So the Insignia now is 4.5k. That's gone down a lot as well. The Imperial Steel, 2.7k. Again, these are items which non-members can get, which is why I think that the set is so cheap in terms of doing this spot. Now, the one good thing about this is that because the items you get from this dig site are so limited, you very rarely have a full invo. I've only had to use 7 yak scrolls, and even then I've got 4 free invo spaces as well. So you are a lot more AFK, but you are going to get a lot less loot. So that's going to be 5.5 mil, and if we sort of worked off 80k profit, that's roughly going to be about 6 mil. So we're going to have made 11.5 mil from that. And if we half that, it means we're going to make roughly about 5,750. So 5.75 mil is quite far off the rest of them. The rest of them are quite comfortably between 7 and 7.5, but there was always going to be one dig site which falls short against the others. And it makes the most sense that this was going to be the one, because you have some of the materials being accessed by free-to-play. And especially with free-to-play moneymakers, this is quite a solid option for them to do. Very AFK and a good way for them to make some GP, so it was always going to be a bit down. Maybe it's been a bit of a rough hour though. What I'm thinking of doing actually is going to go back to this, not for a video or anything, but I need to AFK a little bit more because I'm trying to go and get some more wrapping paper. We got roughly just under 1.5k, which from my experience is very slow. I was expecting probably double that, if not more. What I'm kind of thinking is going to happen is that they're going to release the chance to double the rate for a bond, or do something in terms of Treasure Hunter promo, which is going to really wrap up wrapping paper. It just seems very slow to go and want and get it in the game. I kind of wanted to get 10k tomorrow just so I can go and do like a loot video, but at the minute we're limping a little bit. I've played a lot for that. Like, I've probably done 4 to 5 hours of thieving and I've only really got 5,000, which just seems a bit low to me anyway. However, that is going to wrap the video up. So in terms of XP and pure GP, roughly the same, 2.8 mil for the 2 hours, so 1.4 mil XP per hour, and roughly about 1.3 to 1.4 mil in pure coins. This time though, the Kahrid-Et dig site fell short to the rest, roughly by 1.5 mil, but it was always going to because of the links to non-members being able to harvest that dig site. However, going to wrap the video up there. Hope you guys are enjoying these. Again, I'm going to just pump these out alongside other videos in the day, just to give you guys some more content to watch during the day. And hopefully, if we can pick one which is up in price, I can let you guys know and you can make a little bit more GP with your thieving as well. Really hope you guys enjoyed the videos. If you have, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.